Come on, Team Cowboys!
Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. And the boys are back in town when it comes to Oxnard, California, as Cowboys Nation is fully aware. Tomorrow is the official start of the 2025 Dallas Cowboys training camp, where careers will be made and hopes could be crushed. For the time being, of course, Cowboys Nation. But arriving at camp yesterday, the boys weren't even settled in before they were questioned by the media. One of the best interviews come from Dallas Cowboys offensive guard Tyler Smith. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do after that. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to Tyler Smith during the interview in Oxnard.
What are your expectations for this football team?
Super Bowl champions. That's always the expectation. So, yeah.
You think that's a realistic goal?
I think it is a realistic goal because we can win the Super Bowl. Like, why not? Why can't we win? Do you think it's unrealistic?
You think the roster is in place to do that?
I think it is in place to do that. Yes, sir.
You think guys have a little chip on their shoulder, especially guys who were part of last year's team?
I mean, we absolutely do. I mean, last year's campaign is obviously not at all how we wanted it to go. You know, a lot of unfortunate things happened, but ultimately this year is a new opportunity, and we're going to attack it the way we need to attack it. And like I said, the goal remains the same. Like, we want to be world champions, like, and that's where we're at.
Well, damn, Tyler Smith. Okay. I like that. I like that chippiness. You see how short he was with him? You see how many darts he was throwing at whoever asked that question? Tyler Smith means business, Cowboys Nation. My thing is this. What is any player on any team supposed to say when he's faced with that type of question? Are they supposed to have doubts in their minds, Cowboys Nation? Are they supposed to say, well, I don't know if we'll be contenders this year, but we'll see? I don't give a damn if we were 0-16 the year prior. I'm going to have confidence in the abilities of the brothers on that team to be able to show the team their abilities and to be able to get further than where we were last year. So yes, talking heads, Super Bowl. The media expects the Dallas Cowboys to always be in Super Bowl contention. The fans always think that the Cowboys should be in Super Bowl contention. Why can't the damn team think that they can be in Super Bowl contention? I mean, it's weird, Cowboys Nation, but jumping into the second clip, Tyler Smith was asked about the difference between last year and this year, as well as Micah Parsons' contract situation. So we're going to take a listen to the clip so we can come back and talk about it. Roll the clip.
First round. What's some of the differences you think this year as opposed to last year that you can get over the time?
I mean, I think we built a great core on offense, with the addition of George and a lot of other key pieces. I think drafting Booker, he's going to be a hell of a guy to just, bolster the front line. And we have many additions across the board, but those are just, I think, some of the guys who will play a really key piece in what we do this year.
Tyler, I'd imagine you're going to be wanting to get a big contract after what you see Trey Smith getting your accolades as well. But when you see the organization do what they do with CD and Micah in terms of letting it drag out, do you let your mind kind of get to that place of where it could be?
I mean, I don't. I mean, I can only control what I can control. And ultimately, I can make every choice every day to be the best that I can be on that field. And that's ultimately what I'm going to continue to do. Everything else will take care of itself.
All right, talking head, whoever asked that question, we're worried about Micah Parsons' contract right now. We're worried about getting Micah Parsons paid. Let's not put the Tyler Smith contract out there in the ether. Let's not talk about his contract till he's set to get his contract. Let's focus on Micah. Hashtag pay Micah Parsons now. But really, that was the question that you had? What's the difference between last year and this year? How about we have our QB1 on the team? He's back and he's healthy as opposed to finishing the year with the backup. How about them adding to an offensive line that took a huge step backwards last year? This year, the Dallas Cowboys have addressed the trenches with another first-round draft pick in Tyler Booker and will be playing said player in the position that the player played in college. There's not going to be a learning curve other than the jump from college to the pros, but we'll talk about that more during my Raw and Uncut portion. So make sure you stick around for that. But in the last clip, Tyler Smith is asked if any of Zach Martin's advice stuck with Smith, while also asking him if he's excited about the upcoming season. So let's take a listen so we can come back and unpack this Raw and Uncut. Cowboys Nation, let's take a listen to Tyler Smith.
When you guys hit the field, is there any piece of advice or any words of wisdom from Zach Martin that might be echoing in your head?
I mean, one thing he told me before he retired was to just always be an ascending player. You know, what I take that as is, you know, work to make yourself better in each and every day. And ultimately, I want to not only do that, but work to make everybody around me better in each and every day. So I think that's one piece of wisdom that I'll take with me for sure.
How do you sum up what happened in the offseason? How excited are you to get started?
I mean, I'm extremely excited. I mean, we made a lot of great additions. You know, we've done a lot of great work. You know, it's been consistent. I think the hay is in the barn. You know, with training camp coming around, we're just putting more hay in there. So I'm excited.
Shawty applauded y'all's effort in OTAs and minicamp. How can y'all carry that and hit the ground running here?
I mean, I think just being consistent the way we were. You know, the messages that they, you know, expressed to us, you know, ultimately where they wanted to see us at in terms of when we came back for training camp. I think just continuing to build upon that is the best way we can do that.
Tyler Smith is absolutely correct, Cowboys Nation. If you're not progressing, then you're regressing, if you ask me. But let's go ahead and do the damn thing. Y'all ready for this Raw and Uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. All right, Cowboys Nation, this is the obvious. Did y'all see the sparring match between Tyler Smith and the reporter who asked him about his expectations for the season? What are these talking heads expecting these players to say, though? I'm curious about that, Cowboys Nation. Well, I don't know if we're going to win the Super Bowl or if we're going to be Super Bowl contenders, but we're going to try our best. That's not how this works, Cowboys Nation. They should know this. The talking heads should know this is not how it works. Every team in the league should have the goal of winning a Super Bowl. I don't care if you didn't win any games last year. This is the 2025 NFL season. It's not last year. It's now. If you keep a foot in the past and you keep a foot in the future, you're going to piss all over your present. It's a new year, Cowboys Nation, and a new chance to go out there and win it all. Honestly, if you're doubting or second guessing your abilities, then I don't know if you should be a Dallas Cowboy. Tyler Smith met that question with a chip on his shoulder, and honestly, I'm starting to see more players on the Dallas Cowboys with said chips on their shoulder. Now let's take that type of intensity into training camp so we can flesh out this 53-man roster and have the best of the best on the field. But I don't know, Cowboys Nation. It just seems like rival fan bases, media heads, and talking heads feel as if the Dallas Cowboys should be the only team in the league to not think about postseason success while expecting postseason success in return. If you have any type of confidence in your team, they look at you like you got two heads or something. This is why I encourage the players to not worry about the media. Keep their heads and eyes fixated on that field. Let your play speak for itself. They don't have to believe that we have Super Bowl aspirations. The important ones already know, and they're on board. Also, they asked the question, has this team gotten better from last year? Y'all don't have eyes? Y'all can't see? With one acquisition, the Dallas Cowboys wide receiver room has gotten even more intimidating. With the addition of George Pickens and the return of Dak Prescott, this team's passing attack has gotten even more dangerous than it had been in the last 3 years. With drafting Tyler Booker, the interior offensive line looks even more menacing. Acquiring a coach whose philosophy is to run the ball and to stick with the run is a drastic change over Mike McCarthy. The fact that a number of players who were injured will be making their way back to the team, which makes the 2025 Dallas Cowboys better than the 2024 Dallas Cowboys by proxy. But Cowboys Nation knows the question mark that this team has, and that's stopping the run, our cornerback situation, and our running back situation. I mean, we got a whole bunch of bodies in that running back room, but which one of those guys will make it to the 53-man roster? What running back archetype will Brian Schottenheimer be looking to fulfill his vision? Will he have 3 bruisers and 1 speedster, or will he divide it up with 2 speedsters and 2 bruisers? I like the fact that each one of our running backs now got a chip on their shoulders, and they're looking to show Shotty who the team should move forward with. Miles Sanders has a chip on his shoulders with that whole Philadelphia Eagles situation and the fact that a lot of people passed on him. He's going to be out there to show them that they shouldn't have. Jadon Blue is here to show Glenn Smith that his comments were wrong. Deuce Vaughn is here to show everyone in the league that his size isn't a factor and that he can contribute to the Dallas Cowboys' success. And Javonte Williams is here to show Cowboys Nation that he can be the number one in that 1-2 punch. But overall, my concerns falls on the defensive side of the ball. There are way too many key players that are working their way back to the field. Trayvon Diggs is working his way toward getting back onto the field in that starting lineup. Rookie Siobhan Revel Jr. is working his way through an injury. We don't have a huge veteran presence in that cornerback room, and this could all change with a phone call and the swipe of a pen, Jerry Jones. And the defensive tackle position, that one-tech position, is something that the Dallas Cowboys have not valued over the years. They have neglected that spot over a number of years. When will they figure out that this position is as important to the defense as your guard is to your offense? But overall, Cowboys Nation, I have faith in these players. I've given Brian Schottenheimer my trust and faith in building this team to be a contending team. The one place I don't have any faith is the Dallas Cowboys front office. I don't trust them to get the coaches to where they need to be in order to complete this puzzle. I don't trust the front office to stay out of football operations. I trust Jerry Jones to see the success of Brian Schottenheimer the same way he did with Jimmy. I see Jerry Jones trying to contend for that attention, and if he doesn't get that attention, he sabotages the team. Jerry, we know you're the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. We know this is all you're making. Let these coaches coach these men and stay out of the damn way. But that's what this team has been missing for years, Cowboys Nation. An owner that will step the hell out of the way and not play politics with the players on the team. An owner that will trade for players in order to block said player from going to a rival team. An owner that will pay their players ahead of time so they can free up money in the current cap. An owner that will allow the coaches to coach and allow the best players to play. A maverick, like they used to call Jerry Jones. But with a fan base that doesn't care about politics and only wants to see the team win it all, the ownership is going to need that chip on their shoulder. Kind of like what a number of players have this season. If seeing the Philadelphia Eagles and Washington Commanders in the NFC Championship game hasn't placed that chip on their shoulders, sadly, nothing will, Cowboys Nation. So good for Tyler Smith in standing 10 toes down when it comes to this Dallas Cowboys team and his ambitions to become a champion. That every player in the league should have that goal. So let's continue to try and make this happen no matter what the haters think or say. Let's continue to change with the times in the league and stay up to date with the trends of the NFL. Try to be ahead of the curve and you'll see success. But as long as Jerry and Stephen Jones try to lean on their own understanding, this team is subject to stay the same and have the same outcome for the last 30 years. So Jerry and Stephen Jones, let the coaches coach and the players play. Stay the hell out of the way and ride the bus to success. If and whenever this Dallas Cowboys team wins it all, go ahead and take the credit. Take the credit that you deserve. We won't care. Cowboys Nation won't give a damn as long as we got that ring on our finger. Just as long as we can call ourselves Super Bowl champions, that is the one and only goal. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you feel about the passion displayed by Tyler Smith? Are you excited for training camp to get started? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and want to help the channel chip away at our current milestone of 20,000 subscribers, drop a like on this video and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and have that same want for this team as Tyler Smith, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdown, or Madden 25 or College Football 26 gameplay. Cowboys Nation, don't allow the haters and detractors to take away from the primary goal that you set for yourself. They love nothing more for you all to fall short. Have that chip on your shoulder that drives you to succeed, and if you don't make it the first time, Keep at it. One day you will get to where you want to be. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.